Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Let's continue with the story, shall we? Now you're probably wondering, why Final Fantasy XIV? Where's Star Wars: The Old Republic? Well, I kind of played it so much I got a little bit burnt out on it. Don't worry, I'll still do stuff with it. I just want to take a bit of a break from it. Anyhow, we got story here. So, you have friends at Castrum Sentry would want for rescue. That Slaffborn knows me too well. Aye, he can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Whoresons. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Triangle. Called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. Chocobo's running out of juice. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Leave me alone. I've done nothing wrong. Stay away from me. Oh, that's good. No, never mind. All right. The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Ellison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus herself? Hezrel tried to tumble her? I like my head where it is, thank you very much. A break is over. Best we get back to our stations. Jesus Christ, why is that car so loud? What kind of outfit is that? I kinda like it. Tis good to see you again, Byrnjolf. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Cid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work, Byrnjolf. As Alphino has already told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glomont is looking into ways to procure a suit of magitek armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Byrnjolf. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. While Glomont goes about devising his plan, we need to see to some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric, lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to make readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. And what can I do for you, good sir? Ah, the Imperial Salute. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan's to have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but the disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions, everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. So I will ignore this for now. Let's go get the salute first. And then go from there. I feel like what I need is by the trees over there. Not what I wanted. Oh dear. UBB. Howdy there. Yeah, some Garlean rubber. Wait, did I just pick up condom? Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. I must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. I have a politics stream muted in the background, and I just saw a whole article thing for Grok being used by the Pentagon. You know Grok, the AI on Twitter that undresses little girls. You know, that one. This is going to be used by the Pentagon now. Be gone, Plasmoid. Stay over there, Frog. Or Toad. No, no! He's after me! He's gonna lick me! Here we go. Ow. You okay, buddy? Let's go. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No, no, no. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Ah. You are called Byrnjolf Nordin, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Glomant. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. You have the readings. Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose. Though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Byrnjolf. Time to get some uniforms. Let's go, Bobby. What did I name you, Bobby? I wonder why they have purple spotlights. Ugh, ugh, where'd that yarn come from? Yeah, get that mud puppy. Wait. Level sync. I don't really care. Oh yeah, I almost got all the things I've been wanting to grab in online. For my Romulan character. Still gotta do some stuff with my capability. I haven't really done anything. I don't know, I'll figure it out eventually, but one of the items I need to get, mainly for my KDF character, something I need a cape for that has the fully upgraded the Kari colony, Byrnjolf colony, I think it's called. Because I saw a recommendation for a deflector shield, not deflector shield, excuse me, a deflector array that you can only get from that colony. So that was an odd looking death. Yo, we got some fiber. I'm gonna have some pretty good poops tonight. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Yes, I have, right here. Scars of war cover both back and front of this piece. Damaged, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith, Byrnjolf, at the Diamond Forge, and Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not. We have already impressed upon him the need of utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. But that guy seems strange to me. Hmm? So you're the adventurer Sark Malark sent, are ye? I've been waiting for ye. Now let's see what you got for me. I see. Ah, yes. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for ye. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Byrnjolf. Back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the adventurer's laugh calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse, birds, for a moment or two, and the great Byrnjolf will have your gear looking good as new. And there we have it. Won't do ye much good in battle, mind ye. But from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malark my regards, will ye? That's a crafting quest, isn't it? Yeah, just fooling around. Damn, look at that armor. Now, where on earth would I get something like that? Oh, I love the spikes. The studs there. Man, that's so cool. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, I have. Here you go. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Byrnjolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even the legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst imperial forces. Lest you fear that the Garleans might detect your foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. And you have a quick look at something real quick. You have a quick check or something. Aha. Okay. I'll be right back. Need to go to the bathroom. Okay, now we're back. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence. Told them insurgents and designs on their that insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth. Now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What ye need to do is approach one of these patrols, dressed up in your shiny tin suit, and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's Toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now. So run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget that. And don't forget to salute. So am I going in dressed up in armor, or am I going in dressed up as myself? Dog's barking. I opened my door. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Nope. Hello there. One of our covert operatives, are you? Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter. But I will not have it said that I was remiss. You, return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Yes, sir. I'll go do that. Another big gun. I hope you don't mind my joining, seeing as we're seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it best to be on hand. Oh my god, I can't talk. Can't read either. Ah, there she is. This is the place. But where is the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Your Sid is really hurt right now. Could have probably handled that better. At last! Our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather the worst for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course. But looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Eh? But aren't those things protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. Casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Chocobo. I heard that! That! I can think it's over. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Byrnjolf. How can you see anything through those goggles? Well, at least you could still drive it. Magic armor? Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. What do you think, Byrnjolf? She's a beauty, isn't she? Ever seen an ironworks engineer at work? Well, you're in for a treat then. Stand back and enjoy the show. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. There's a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the magic core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices, which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks we may have identified an alternative an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'Dawn, collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Excuse me? You want me to do what now? Hello there. Nice outfit. Right. Ul'Dawn I go. Just a random shinobi sitting there. Ooh, look at this dancer here. Oh, I like those really beautiful looking weapons. There's butterflies? Oh, disappeared. I've already taken care of this event, so I'm not too worried about that. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Also, I just hit shift to run. Ah, silly me. This isn't Star Trek Online. Ethernet, please. Well, where is it? Let's begin. I do need to join some of these guilds at some point so I can do some crafting. Learn how to craft, I mean. Hello there. Come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphinode's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant would be coming to collect it. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Boy, what does this mean? Since when were you my master? In the wake of the calamity, the 14th Imperial Legion occupied what remained of Castrum Novum, eventually rebuilding and renaming it Castrum Sentry. The stronghold contains immense manufacturing and storage facilities, and is the primary supplier of material for Imperial forces stationed throughout Eorzea. Consequently, it is heavily defended. Infiltrating will not be easy. Nevertheless, it is necessary. Do you have the mammoth heart? Can't wait to see if it works. The clockwork soul of a mammoth. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Actually, I got it for free, apparently. Free of charge? Courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family, it certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There! She's ready. Magitek armor engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. Oh. Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through her paces, Byrnjolf. Would you care to do the honors? I've overseen 100 such tests, but they still play hells with my nerves. And that's without the chief watching. This is the Ironworks' first major project since my return. I mean to see that it's a success. Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here, and we'll start again. See me if I get attacked and dismounted. Oh, come on. Get up there. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north. Quick as you can. Which way is north? That way. So back to them. So I jump down. Oop. Ow. Wait. You said north. I thought you wanted me to go towards you. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drive chain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps the inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas magnetic cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team? In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. I take it Wedge's suggestion has given you pause. Well, I don't blame you. The lad does have some rather unorthodox ideas. Still orthodoxy did not give us language, tools, clothes, or machina. There. Short of a better idea, I don't suppose it would hurt to try. You're not serious? You want us to welcome an inanimate object? Come on, everyone. Let's give Maggie here a warm welcome. Really make her feel at home. I don't have welcome equipped, but here we go. Click. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I've welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of the whole Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials! Imperials! They've come for the armor. Damn it! They have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hells you will. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond! Respond! It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland! No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it! Bloody hells! Byrnjolf, protect the armor at all costs! Oi! Get back here! Alone. Chief, look! She moved! Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. Remember when I said I had the politics stream going on in the background? Seeing something that's saying like Trump is banning mail ballots and voting machines? What the hell is going on? There, the finishing touch. Good idea for when we're infiltrating an enemy stronghold. What do you think, Byrnjolf? She's a beauty, isn't she? Oh, I've already read those. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it. I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. How go your preparations, Byrnjolf? We leave as soon as you're ready. Glommet, you came. Aye. Thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for them fine men and women who are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman, with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister, too. Pretty little thing, she was, gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. Then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leapt over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then that I'd get revenge on the Empire, and became an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But nigh on 2 decades have since gone by, and what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes, and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Glommet. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, that's more important than that. What's more important than that? In any road, whether you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But Summit tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afeard I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Aye, there's some as would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Rolger give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambitions. But first we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. You are where you should not be. Okay. Wrong thing. Forgive me for saying so, but you cut quite a dashing figure in Imperial black and crimson. Ah, but now is not the time for jests. Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum Sentry lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we are able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold, opposing us the patrol returning from duty. Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via Link Pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, and lest you wonder, Ida and Ystrola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat, in the event that Alphino and I attracted too much attention, but the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you. Something along the lines of, don't do anything reckless, if memory serves. If memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial Patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck, Byrnjolf. May the 12 keep you.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all, yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady!
Alright, and here we are. I'd best be back to my duties. The supplies aren't going to move themselves. Neither are the prisoners, come to that. Alright. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. So engrossed was I in my task. You'd be engrossed too, had the tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when next you pass that way. Hello there, Wedge. How do I look, Byrnjolf? Do I cut an imposing figure as Garlean's soldier? That's hoping someone would happen if I saluted him. Part of the maintenance crew from Poseidon's, are you? I don't know what they teach you over there, but being an engineer does not exempt you from saluting your superiors. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Poseidon's, are you? Welcome to Castrum Sentry, engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumors then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not to gawp at Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, or I'll have you reported. Security is tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. Shouldn't I be at my post? I suppose so, but such things don't seem to matter anymore. I've fallen for one of the prisoners. She's all I can think about of late. Am I a deviant for wanting her to salute me? Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only ask because I dropped something in there, and oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, all right? I dare say you know the one I mean. Eh? The svelte blonde? Goodness, no! It's the Lalafellen lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her up into my arms and squeeze her till my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? Why are you not at your post? If you have business, salute me before opening your mouth. What's this? You need access to the storage tower? What business have you there? At the tribunus's behest, you say? This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my lady wroth. Take my identification key, see that it is returned when your errand is concluded. Here you go, here's the key. The prisoners, they are being held in the storage tower, as you should know, soldier. Very foggy out. No! Minfilia, and the rest. Thank goodness they're safe. I am the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall answer to your mistress. Totaru, we must do something. We risk letting the entire castrum know we're here. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the 3rd squadron. What is it? A Reaper? Seized? When? And this came to light only now? The culprits will have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. What the? Strike my last. Eliminate the intruders. Can I change my armor, please? Oh dear. I can't do that while I'm in combat. More pressing matters. Byrnjolf, I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But, thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I am beginning to fear for the fellow. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away, ere the window to our liberty closes shut. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them! Fail, and I shall have your head! And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have an eye for an Ahriman, Ida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armor of hers. Accursed scions! How did you slip our defenses? With unexpected ease. If truth be told, there chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum's walls, which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Your stool is just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would be seen dead on it. So you scuttled in amidst the freight, like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livia Sus Junius. 'Twas you who led the raid on the Waking Sands. You butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Or shall we suffer you to plague Eorzea a day longer? Betake you and your guard. More intruders! Protect the Tribunus! Confound it! Ida with me! after them. Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No, 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 no! There they are! Fan out and surround them! Can I at least have a moment to change? Must protect Totaru. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. No, Wedge! Don't do it! Oh no. Byrnjolf, hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Totaru. You're not gonna allow me to change, are you? I'm stuck in this Imperial armor. Let me change! Oh, I did change. Magic! Oh, shielded. Where? Here. There they are. Come here. Oh, God. Oh, and I'm There it is. No one's guarding it. Good. Seriously?
Take the leader! Kill the rest! What the?
The Ashtola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Popolimo, Minfilia.
Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
But there's no one in there. This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
One, 2,
3.
4.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power, the power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the 7 hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagons used it to crush primal and foe alike, and now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius! Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him. Thancred! He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be!
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Kryl, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn.
forgive me if I seem brusque. The
But the
item
battle
I
is
requested.
far from over.
Is it ready?
And so long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there
I
shall
am
ever
sorry
be
to
hope
press,
of
but we
victory.
need it urgently. How
The
soon
people of
can it be
Eorzea
delivered?
falter for want of such hope. Let
I am in
us
your
provide
debt,
it.
my friend.
Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Hell's take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Ready all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Slafterson. God damn it. The order to sail. That is all. The Maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Royal. Yeah. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth, if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action. Not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Baelsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods. yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall share the Primal's fate. Pardon me my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer as one, but if for it but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples. That wasn't at all how I expected things to play out, but at least we escaped with our lives. What do you think, Byrnjolf? Was she impressed? Do you think she might consider, you know? It's a cat girl standing inside of Sid here. Sorry we had to resort to such dramatic methods to escape. Things escalated so quickly that Alphino and I saw no other alternative. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tro-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo. Oh, Byrnjolf, I hope my singing doesn't bother you. I'm rather fond of this little ditty. It reminds me of home. Once the people of Eorzea learn that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have returned, they will surely rally to our cause. We need only sound the clarion call. Thancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. So long as the Ultima weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance leaders, Byrnjolf, and help them to make the right decision. Grim tidings, Byrnjolf. It seems that word of the Ultima weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the fragrant chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Beleaguered as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and the leaders must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Byrnjolf, and ensure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Alright, can I leave this place? Thank you. Trying to recall what all we have to do. Like, how long until I reach post AAR? Ah. The Council of the Alliance leaders is presently in progress in the fragrant chamber. I must ask that you step away from the door, sir. I'm sorry, you're here on behalf of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? 1,000 pardons, my lord. Of course, you may enter.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Belsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It has been 5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer? We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it. Mistake me not. I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
By the 12, though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it. Not that I deny there is truth in what you say, nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Rauban. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future. The Scions of the 7th Dawn. Alas, they are gone, and the Black Wolf is at our door.
Admiral! I fear you are mistaken.
Alfinord, Minfilia, and 7 hells! Master Garland?
And you, dear friend.
Byralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender. But I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Hear me, my friends. Accepting the Gallians' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the Primal threat. Indeed, The more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become. Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
Remember 5 years ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Rauban?
Sid,
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender? I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war. Yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change. Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire, for the sake of the realm and all who abide here.
At long last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Rauban, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve. But no man knows better than I that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round, on account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down, or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
We must needs consider how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts. Pray leave the military matters to us, and retire to the waking sands. We will send word anon.
To the Waking Sands I must go. Thankfully I have a whole bunch of Vesper Bay tickets available to me. Oh, I do have that card, okay. Alright, hang on, let me check my journal here. Okay. Yes, somebody has a quest for me. Trauma Queen. Aye. There's something that needs to be done. I'll decline it for now. What was that? My ship number? I don't know, 14? When my shift ends, I'm going to drink myself blind. My dear sister drew her last breath here, in battle with the Empire. To her, the fight for Eorzea's future was more important than her homeland. True to her beliefs, to the end she was. No matter how dark the night, one day the dawn will break. As long as brave souls like yourself take up our cause, the Scions will never stand down. Oh god, it's still a mess in here. We came away with our lives, though our losses weigh heavy in our hearts. We must carry on for those who have fallen. I think I recognize you two. Aren't you two of the stores that are in here? I don't remember. Are involved. Good to see you again. I should have done something. Done anything. But I didn't. And now Ahaba and Holly are... I will not let it be for nothing. I will earn this. As one age endeth, and another doth arise, so do our struggles wax and wane. What wouldst thou ask of me? How fares the realm? Souls from ether far, strangers from strange lands. Yester with thine eyes, morrow by thine hands. By my reckoning, these words from the divine chronicles tell of the warriors of light. The cloudless vision of the past, the forge the way into the future. Mine interpretation, it ringeth true with that which I have witnessed. Okay. Stuck on a chair. I'm guessing everyone else is with Minfilia. Unless they've already been sent out. There's everyone. She hasn't said a word to me since the rescue. Was it all for nothing? Dude, just go talk to her. What's next on the agenda? We're ready to get to work. For many years I dedicated my life to the research and development of Magitech, unable or unwilling to see the repercussions of my work. And though I have since left Gormold behind, its scientists continue to build upon my work. I fear that this new weapon may be another example of that, an ancient relic enhanced with technologies I created. Yet, even should that be the case, it would still require a brilliant mind to... No, he didn't. I understand you gave our fallen brothers and sisters a proper burial. I'm sure they appreciated it. When the Empire is beaten and all of this over, let us visit them at the church. The counteroffensive to come will require a total commitment of every allied nation, as well as the flawless coordination of all forces. I pray the Council understands this. Had I not intervened, that Garlean soldier may well have done for Ida, lowering her guard in the heat of battle as though she were on an evening stroll. How much of a scatterbrain can she be? Well, at least we cannot fault her for being inconsistent. Instead of gratitude for coming to his rescue, Papalimo called me a scatterbrain. The next time he gets caught by the Empire, I'm leaving him to rot. We may have surmounted this latest trial, but the worst is yet to come. We must remain focused. I will not see our efforts wasted in futile regret. And as for Thancred, he and I have much to discuss.
I cannot well express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
But the fire in their hearts has been rekindled, and they will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, Grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again. Oh, hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you? It's all right, Sid.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this!
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him in thrall to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows. That they might work unseen, the Ascians entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness. One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
This is a crystal of darkness.
A mere replica. created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah, he would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm, and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light. What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them. Yet remember this, however glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will. Come, my friends, let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
Okay, this is going to be the start of Operation Archon. Kind of feel like I want to stop here for now. Mainly because I want to eat something. But, how long have I been going for? Let's have a look-see. For about 2 hours. Yeah, I think I'll stop there for now. Oh, I noticed a little quest on my little mini-map there. That's something I'll have to look at later. But yeah, next time we'll continue the story and side quests. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.